All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back, welcome back. And may the Lord bless you on this beautiful Saturday afternoon as we thank the good Lord for so much. Russia, Ukraine, the U.S. We see what's been going on the news, and I had a feeling some of y'all was going to ask me my little take on this, because y'all know I'm always on guard. I'm always watching. And I tell people all the time, make sure you keep up with the Middle East. Keep up with the Middle East. If you've been catching the news and everything, then you see what the big talk is. As Matthew 24 taught us, you're going to hear of rumors of wars, earthquakes, in diverse places. All these things that Jesus said that must happen before he returned. And when you look at Russia right now and Ukraine and what the U.S. is doing. Now I'm going to tell you, I'm going to start off by saying this about this video, because anybody that look at me, y'all know how I feel toward the media. And how the media, I always want to just throw anything at you, you know, when you really don't know what the truth is behind a lot of stuff, because they sugarcoat and hide so much stuff. That's why I don't trust in that stuff, man. But I do stay on guard, and I've been keeping up with this. I just haven't really been saying nothing. I caught my big brother Kingdom Knowledge video. If you see this video, Kingdom Knowledge, for some reason they wouldn't let me comment on there. And Mitty Man talked about this the other day. Matter of fact, Mitty Man been talking about it for I don't know how long, as he compares this with Psalms 83. Because this war that's coming, y'all, ain't gonna be pretty. And I'm not even talking about the Battle of Armageddon. See, we talking about the battles before the battles. And the Battle of Armageddon is going to be something that ain't never been seen before ever. But this World War III that's going to come, these wars that's coming, we see the setup. And if you're looking at the New World Order right now, you know, you see what I'm talking about. Now, what amazes me, this is just me, my little real talk video and my little opinion, you know. What amazes me is that they're always talking about how much debt that the U.S. is in. Oh man, we in so much debt. Now, how can the U.S. lend money when the country itself is in so much debt? Trillions in debt. Go to show you one thing, we ain't broke. They always want to tell you we broke and this and that, but whoever got the money, that's who got the power, y'all. Whoever got the money, that's who has the power. And how is it that America is always getting involved in everybody else's mess? We always want to play Captain Saver when we got our own mess going on over here. Is this really the U.S. problem? My opinion, the U.S. need to stay out of other people's, let me say other countries' affairs. Now we look at what happened when Bush was in office, Clinton was in office. I really like to say what happened when Bush was in office. When you look at all the things that have already went down and taken place, and then you see what's trying to be straightened up, and then you see what's trying to be covered up, brings a question mark all over your head, don't it? And thing about the news, they love their ratings. They love ratings, y'all. We got to make sure our ratings is sky high. They'll tell you anything just to get their ratings up. It's sad. And what's even sad on top of all this is how many Christians are still asleep. Don't want to wake up and face the music, y'all. Not looking at what's going on. When you look at governments, just like the Bible taught us, especially Revelation, Book of Daniel, then you look at Ezekiel, look at Matthew 24, Luke 21, Mark 13, they all testify to each other. It makes you wonder why so many preachers are not talking about this. But you hear more from people that's really not going to church. See, I'm not trying to sound funny in this video, y'all, but if you are not on guard and watching this Middle East, and looking at what's going on, you already far behind, deceived. Jesus told us to be on the lookout. So when you look at these governments, who is that getting the new government? You see what I'm saying? This is what the Bible is talking about. Leaders. New leaders are being put in position. Crooked folks. People fighting over power. Who gonna run this? Who gonna run that? And see, let me say something about Russia, because I don't think a whole lot of people really understand that Russia is all up in the Bible. When you study, y'all, these nations around Israel, pretty much all of them is pretty much Muslims. If you really do the studying and understand what you're looking at, you see Muslims all around. And they want to destroy Israel. They don't want Israel to become, I ain't gonna say become, let me say that right. They don't want Israel to be a nation, y'all, at all. So their job is to destroy Israel. Well, we already know what's gonna happen with that. See, if you think 9/11 was something, wait till what's coming. Wait to see what's coming, y'all. This is why I talk about Revelation so much. Mark 13, Matthew 24, the Battle of Armageddon, Luke 21, Daniel, the Book of Jude. The Bible, y'all, is being so overlooked right now. Problem is, we got all these prosperity gospels out here and having all these revivals and taking up money here, taking up money there, but we ain't talking about what's going on right now. And if you ain't talking about the cross and salvation, living right, trying to make it into heaven, repentance, because the time is coming, y'all, where every knee shall bow and every tongue must confess that He is Lord. So I'm just having this little real talk video to respond back a little bit to, you know, answer some of these questions. Y'all know me. I'm here to tell people to just wake up. It's another wake-up call. When Russia moved, when they stepped in on it, the U.S. should have then. They did. They should have. And one thing I was going to say again about Russia, I'm going to say it like this, because a lot of people underestimate Russia and China. I know the U.S. supposed to have all this technology and equipment and bombs and you name it, you name it, you name it. But let me tell you something. We ain't the only ones sitting on stuff, y'all. Them some big dogs over there too. Trust me. Russia and China, you don't want to fool with them. See, while President Obama over here just bumping his gums talking, Putin, let me tell you something. Putin is the type of man who will do what he want, how he want, and when he want. Over there in Russia, that man ain't playing no games. Russia and China, oh yeah, they hard hitters. See, we look at what happened with Iraq, you know, and look at Afghanistan and other countries. But when you talk about countries like Russia and China, that ain't no easy fight. It will be a war coming. Now, we all wait to see what's going to happen. How it's going to happen. Me personally, I thought the U.S. was going to step up with Russia and try to come to some kind of peaceful resolution, y'all. You notice the Russians ain't attacked nobody, but yet our media, they still talking about they invaded. What's the real truth? Look like we'll never know, huh? So all this between U.S. to Russia, Ukraine, we see what's going on. Crimea, or Crimea, however you want to pronounce it, talking about joining Russia. The U.S. don't like that. The U.S. called that what they call it, a legal move. President Putin ain't trying to hear what Obama had to say, did he? They had that, what was it, a 90-minute conversation of what? BS? Ain't getting nothing accomplished. Just wasted time, huh? Ukraine's, that new government, Once again, watch what the Bible says. When you start seeing these new leaders being put in spot, yeah, there you go. That's what Revelation, this is what Daniel, all of this, Psalms 83, this is what Ezekiel, this is what it was talking about. If you notice, the longer we are left around here, the more we are seeing, y'all. We still here. And yet, while we here, we seeing these things, y'all. We hearing these rumors of wars. It's going to hit hard after a while, y'all. Might well get ready. And I'm not, once again, I'm not even talking about the Battle of Armageddon. What's going to happen before the Battle of Armageddon? Then who is it? They got them ships out there in that water. Russian ships. At least that's what they showing us. Next to the Ukrainian ships. What's really going on? And then the U.S. supposed to be sending more fighter jets. These crises that done arose in Ukraine, what do you see? Russian troops in Crimea. Come on, y'all. What's really going on? What's going to happen next? Russia claimed it would not recognize Ukraine's new government. Now, what they tell you? Now, here go the U.S. once again. They say the U.S. offered Ukraine $1 billion in aid. $1 billion. While the European Union pledged $15 billion in aid to the country, new government leaders. I didn't say old government leaders, new government leaders. What's that saying about us? How we won't even help our own. Ukraine is struggling with debt and energy costs. Why the U.S. government ain't helping themselves? Why we won't use that money to feed the poor over here? Why they ain't building new schools over here? Cleaning up over here? Feed the homeless, the hungry, you name it. Here in the U.S. See what I'm saying? We got money. Somebody else just putting their name on it. That's what that is. Too much stuff is covered up. And then you look at President Putin over there in Russia doing what he want, really. See, the reason, if you do the studying, the reason why I'm talking like this, Ukraine was once part of Russia. That's why. And then when you look at the Allies, anytime you mess with people, the ones they close with, you stepping on dangerous territory, ain't you? Just like when you look at U.S., us, we always be with China, don't we? How many things you got in your house in the back of it say made in China? Made in China. These tools, made in China. Your car parts, made in China. Made in China. Made in China. When you mess with your supplies, it's time for war. Why am I saying all that? Because all of this stuff is going to come to an end one day, y'all. It's all going to come to an end. That being said, I'll go ahead and close out for now. That's just my little 2 cents, you know, on that. So, with that being said, y'all have a wonderful, blessed day till the next time. Just a little real talk video. See you when I see you. Peace out.